How we doing, family? Peace, love, authenticity. As I came out here, the wind started picking up and some kids came out in front of me. So this is the universe testing me. That's how I see it. It's my higher self testing my lower self. But I am my higher self, so I see, but I observe it through my lower self. You get the point? So this is a test for me. But anyways, how you doing? I really hope you enjoyed your day today. If you didn't, how can you alchemize that into a better way of being? But are you okay? Are you okay? You know, we all have bad days. We all get lows. It's normal. It's basically, I didn't want to use the title for that, normal, because what is normal to normal? Normal could be bad to normal. Bad could be normal to bad. Whatever, right? But in this case, we'll use it. It's normal to have highs and lows, but it's how you respond. It's how you act upon that. Are you gonna sulk about it? Are you going to cry about it? It's okay to cry. It's okay to sulk for a limited time, then grow from that after. But I have some stuff written down right here on my notebook. This notebook right here. And another example would be spiritual. Actually, spiritual, mental, physical, consciously, whatever. What happens in the dark always comes to the light. And I wrote, as above, so below. How I see this experience, what I understand, is that this realm that we live in, as long as it's controlled by Luciferianism and Satanism, whatever you want to call that title, your lower self way of thinking, as long as that is occurring and it's happening in the present, meaning the past and the future are combined within this. So there's quantum realities of different versions of you in different timelines, or different versions of you in different realities in the now, right? Because when you think of something, when you think of beating your meat, for example, do you do that, or do you go do some push-ups? Do you go work out? That's something I had trouble for a long time. I'm not gonna lie, but as I'm growing older, I'm about to be 21, but as I grow older, I realize discipline and structure gives you clarity. It gives you mental clarity. I'm gonna take a sip real quick. I got some immunity boost. It has lemon, ginger tea, turmeric tea, and things like that. So, anyways, Christ consciousness and anti-Christ consciousness, or higher way of being, lower self way of being. That's what I was saying. Okay, I needed to recap with myself, with my ego. So there is no this realm, at least temporarily. But what is temporarily? Temporarily in this existence, it's like the Ouroboros, or the infinity sign. It's basically never ending. So yes, society can rise to a higher consciousness, but eventually how would you call that? Beings would get so bored that you wouldn't call it bored, but I'm trying to comprehend that with my own thoughts. Peace and just bliss, the feeling that you can't comprehend with words. When you have that out-of-body experience, and you're lights. It has no words. Truth has no words. Not even truth is telling the truth. But I'm telling the truth in my truth to you. But my truth isn't your truth. So in that case, if I'm telling you my truth, that'd be my perspective. So I'm lying to you. Shit's crazy. But yeah, so then I wrote, what forgets always remembers what they never were in the first place. So, like I was saying, I don't think I finished that, but I'll just kind of recap on that. The last part, I was saying how society will rise in consciousness, but eventually will fall again because they will get so bored of peace and just bliss, this omnipresent energy that our higher selves are being presently. But what forgets always remembers what they never were in the first place. Okay, my next example is to fully experience this experience, you have to be flowing through all chakras. So you can't just be flowing within your crown chakra. You have to be flowing through your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, your root chakra, your sacral, your solar, your heart chakra, all of them. You have to be going up and down, up and down, up and down to fully experience every experience, to be able to alchemize that experience into a higher way of being. The whole spirituality concept is made from let me reword that. The spiritual trend from social media, how people will say gods and goddesses. Yes, you can say that. I'm not saying you can't say that, but you have to contradict yourselves as well, because a god would never call itself a god, meaning that's a god complex, meaning you see yourself above others. Now you could say it like that, but like I said, say what you want to say, but that is a god complex. This is distracting me. But like I was saying, you have to be flowing up and down. So another example, you want to try some new food. You never had this food. Let's say a falafel wrap. It doesn't have any meat in it, but let's say something with meat, because we're talking about our lower selves. So a gyro. If you want a gyro, if you want a BLT, if you want a Philly cheesesteak, whatever. I don't know. But try that. Just fast from it after. You know, you have to understand though, you are taking the risk by eating that. But obviously you understand that if you are in the situation that I'm speaking about. Okay. Another example is a loser really a loser if you always wanted. Is a loser if you were always meant to win? I need to get closer to that. That's the topic. I'm just reminding y'all. Okay. Working on yourself and isolating. Okay, so me growing up as a kid, I was always isolated. I never enjoyed speaking to people like I do now, but my ego understood peace, and I was very pure. So I was very open-minded. Excuse me. It didn't come out. I understood peace. I understood love. I understood that way of being. And so that's why going into school, I was always so isolated to myself. I never talked to nobody. I had my little group, but I never talked to anybody outside of that, because I understood, overstood. I don't got time for unconsciousness because it serves me no higher way of being. It serves me no good. It is a distraction. This is bullshit. Imagine, let's say you're eating a PB&J and you got a sponge in it. That's bullshit. You don't want that. You want the PB&J. I haven't eaten PB&J in a minute, but I'll just give an example. Let's say with a watermelon and you got some engine oil in it. That's bullshit. That's what they do to foods. Basically, I'm not gonna lie to you, but okay. Okay. Constantly flowing through all chakras to experience all experiences, not just residing at the crown. I did that. Can alchemize these experiences for a better version of self. Yeah. So, this realm that we live in, Mother Nature, is alive, if you want to call it that. It's your higher self mirroring your lower self, who's being observed by your higher self, but you're just experiencing it. I kind of like twisted it and then, but anyways, this cycle will continue. Only you can save yourself into a higher way of thinking, a higher mindset. Ooh, I got my girl right here. She cute as hell. But this like my leg fell asleep. This cycle will continuously continue until people stop worshiping something outside of themselves that isn't real to itself. But that's all I got. So appreciate you. Enjoy your day. Both my legs are asleep right now, but I love y'all. Peace.